What's going on, people? Welcome back to Small Couch Reviews. Obviously not in the couch, but we are very close together, so it's still small. Anyway, it's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Joey.
Coming to you out of the theater in the car, we just saw The Wild Robot, the newest feature from DreamWorks Animation. The guys behind Shrek and the wonderful Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Honestly,
amazing film. Absolute amazing film.
This movie, The Wild Robot, it's on my radar because of that. Ever since I saw that, I was like, you know what? I need to just pay attention.
They make some good movies.
Yeah. So, if you haven't seen the trailer, The Wild Robot stars, it's an animated feature, obviously, starring Lupita Nyong'o in a voice you will not recognize.
No.
She plays the titular robot who is dropped on an island by accident.
Yep.
And there she tries to fulfill her programming, help whoever she can, do whatever task she can.
Complete the task. Yeah, she has to complete the task.
She has to.
She's like a Mr. Mises.
Yeah, exactly, just from Rick and Morty. So she ends up befriending and taking in a young goose or gosling, and it becomes her task to basically prepare it for migration.
Yeah.
That,
that's the movie.
That is kind of the quote-unquote central plot. There's a lot of other stuff going on. The island itself is harsh. It has a lot of predators that she has to be wary of.
It's very, yes, the island is, and it's very real. And, it's like, they came at this a little different. But I guess Shrek was very, kind of not kiddie either. It's kiddie, but it's not kiddie, right?
That's true. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
And that was gonna be one of my things.
Yeah.
But man. So we can get right into it. Jovi, what didn't you like?
Sours?
Yeah.
Oh man, sours.
I'm gonna give mine right after you.
Sours. I feel like I thought the movie was over, but I knew the movie wasn't over because of the previews.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the addition to the plot, that ending didn't need to happen because I feel like they already fulfilled the community side of this story. Like you said, there's multiple plots.
Yeah, and that, speaking on that, one of the sours, it's actually my biggest sour. It seems to be, it's like I get the narrative, and I think that, maybe it's because we're adults watching this and we're, like you just said, we're used to the Shreks and the Puss in Boots and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of a pacing issue here, in a tiny bit of a narrative issue. I overall like the narrative, but there are multiple things happening where it's one story starts and ends, then another thing starts and ends, and another thing starts and ends, and it's there are multiple, conflicts in this movie. There's not a central theme that they're trying to overcome.
Yeah, no.
It's
based on a book, and I don't know how the chapters are set up, but it all definitely feels like we're reading multiple books about the Wild Robot. In this one film. That's
exactly how it felt, because it's oh, okay, I thought the movie's central thing was this, but okay, I guess that's over now, and now we're moving on to this. It's oh, so that's over now we're moving on to this.
Yeah.
So, it's not the biggest deal breaker, but like you said, it makes the movie feel a little bit longer than it actually. And it's only an hour and a half, and I was I feel like I watched 3 movies.
Yes, it really does. It feels like you're watching 3 different movies. So I guess that's a general sour that is not taking away from the film.
Right. I don't think it's normally I'd be I'd get on it. I'd be this is not this is a total
over. That's
failure.
the worst thing that ever happened. No.
But the movie was still very good and very enjoyable. So
I
think that's literally my only issue. I think we agree there. It's just the pacing and the narrative. But
right.
Yep.
So for me, sweet man, this was such a feel good. I felt good watching this, and even it was so good that you didn't have we were in of course, you watch these movies not in a screener, you're in a room full of kids.
Yeah.
And it was so good and so entertaining and so engaging, and stuff was happening. That's why there's so many different stories, even from the first scene till maybe the first 15 minutes in. It was just continuous, just something happening. The kids weren't even really talking, making noises, anything. You got little laughs here, and since it is DreamWorks, you got some adult stuff. Like there's, I can say this, it's not really a spoil. There's one scene where the animals are fighting, and there's a bird head that just pops up, and I was like, oh, this is a kid's movie, but it was like it's real. The one of the narratives is that, like you said, the island is living without the wild robot, and animals attack each other, and animals have to survive, and this is a good movie to kind of show kids that.
Yeah, like he said, there was a lot of killing.
Yeah, it really was.
I was like, wait a minute, what is happening now?
And then, you know, the other main character, the Gosling, like he's a runt, so he was going to die no matter what, and that's a big part of the film. And it's just
he's not saying it actually died.
No, yeah. It's like it's like you're not supposed to survive. You weren't supposed
because
to
of
survive.
what it was.
Right.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And so like that's nature, that's life, that's gonna happen in any type of animal. If it's a runt, the runt does not survive. Then it's just, you know, Lupita's her acting.
That's mine.
It's like,
how
did
that voice come out? Yeah. I don't understand it.
And like seeing her, like if you go on her Instagram, she like says like her lines in her voice, and I'm just like, my brain doesn't comprehend that voice coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And she does such a great job. You know, Pedro and Mark Hamill both changed their voices very well.
I did not know that was Pedro Pascal, so the end credits.
Yeah, and so like I was like, all right, cool. Like everybody got to kind of like show their voice acting chops with this film.
Voice acting was superb.
Animation style, I want more of this. I liked it. I'm usually not the kind of person that likes kind of the artsy. It's just because it hurts my eyes, and it was like too much going on. They managed to keep this very smooth. I was very surprised. And no matter with the pacing, I actually liked the story. The pacing was weird. It was odd. It was a lot of stories going on, but I did enjoy it. I do agree that I just felt like it was too long. I feel like we could have got to the point.
It's only 90 minutes, and we're saying it felt like it was too long.
It was so long.
That's I mean,
they packed a lot in, and then there's like shout out to the animators and the story writers for this, because like y'all found a way to pack a lot in 90 minutes.
A lot of different stories, I mean, again, pacing issue aside, each storyline I did actually enjoy. A lot. The animation, I liked it. I do think there have been better animated things that we've seen.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I specifically the environments. That's what really got me. Yes. Like there were things, you know, or there were scenes where I wasn't even looking at the character. I was looking at the background and sometimes the foreground. So I was like, wow.
We don't get that in animation for real. We don't get forests. We don't get all that like for the entire set piece.
Right. So. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. I don't think so. I mean, it's a good kids movie. It's a good movie to take your kids to. It's a good movie to go watch yourself. I think
this is going to be playing in some people's households over and over and over and over again. It may become one of those cult classics because it's just so, again, it's feel good. And I think this is going to make kids feel good because it has comedy, it has action, it's animated. That's enough for some kids. And then like her voice is so calming and
it's very soothing.
Yeah,
you're right. That's a good. You have a feel good feeling at the end of the movie.
Right.
And it's a nice movie about community and all that.
Yes.
So I really like that. I like the messaging too.
Right.
Yeah. But so what would you give this one?
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5, man.
4 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5.
All right. There you have it, guys.
4 out of 5.
Yep. The Wild Robot. It is now out, currently playing. 4 out of 5. That means we think you would enjoy it and you should go see it. Appreciate it.
For sure.
Until next time, we out.
Deuces.